redT Homes, and this is fun. We're going to do the month-end numbers for January of 2023, and I'm not doing it alone. So, who do I have with me here? You gonna introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? My name's Gavin Malcolm. I'm our Strategic Partnership Manager here at redT Homes. I get the privilege of finding other awesome individuals and companies in our industry and partnering us with them and finding win-win solutions.
All right, so let's look at those numbers. You're the guy, so I handed the torch over, 6-8 months ago?
Something like that.
So you do all the digging, you put all the numbers together, so I read through them, and I saw some interesting stuff in there. So what's happening with inventory?
Inventory is steadily decreasing, not as fast as we saw last year, but we are seeing it decrease. We expected it to drop below 1,000 sometime in January. That's exactly what happened.
So we hit our low just after the first of the year. And we've only gone lower since then. So under 1,000 in Denver County, under 5,000 in the 11 county metro-wide area. What's the biggest driver of activity right now?
Right now, rates are going to be driving all of our activity. The cost of money is just significantly higher than it was a year ago, so activity's slowed.
Oh yeah, what were rates started 2022? Do you remember?
Some people were getting below 3.
Yeah, high 2s, low 3s, and you may not know this, so it may not be a fair question. Do you know what they are today?
Not today. I know that they were just
6.5%. Yeah, they were under 6 late last week. So, like the big driver with rates, I don't need Gavin's wisdom of the stats here because we're just seeing this all day, every day. Look at the rates to start with the 5, flurry of activity. Rates in the low 6s, things are normal, decent activity. Rates get up close to 7 and things kind of shut down for a little while. So, so much economic news is driving rates. Fed last raised 1/4 point. What else out there? Big jobs report.
Big jobs report came out with about 3 times the number we were expecting, and almost immediately we saw that reflected in rates by 0.35% increase in an afternoon.
Yeah, so here's something that most people don't know about rates. It's a fun fact, and this will tell you why rates will come down even though the Fed's raising. So rates on a historical basis should be 170 basis points, that's 1.7%, over the 10-year. So the 10-year, last I looked, was roughly 3.5. 1.7 higher than 3.5 is what? Test your calculator.
5.2?
5.2. Yes, I love it. He's got it dialed in. Not only can he look up the stats, he can do the math for us as well. So should be 5.2. Even if the Fed raises a 1/4 point another couple of times, once we get that extra spread out of the difference between the 30-year fixed and the 10-year, then rates are going to come down into the low 5s. Almost certainly we'll see rates come down as the year goes. But as the rates come down, the activity picks up. So if you're a buyer, you buy now, you marry the house, you date the rate, and what that means is you can refinance at a later date and time. If you're waiting for the rates to start with a 4 again, guess what? You're paying what, 50, 60 over ask price? What'd you pay? How much over ask price when you bought?
Love to tell this story. Yeah, it's super not sensitive spot. No, I think we paid 60 over.
Within what, a year? It was worth even 60 more than what you paid for it, or 70 more?
100%. Yeah, I think we're 120 grand more than what we bought the house for, and it's been 2 years.
Yep. So one last thing I wanted to touch on, and Gavin, I think you know these numbers. It's okay if you don't know them perfectly. But what's happened with prices year over year?
Yeah, so pricing in December, that would have been about 715,000.
December 2021?
Of 22. So just
22.
month over month.
Oh, so we had a big drop from December of 22 to January of 23.
Yeah, and that's just reflective of those rates, right? If you're paying 6.5% for your mortgage, you're going to have to take that price down to be able to afford the monthly rate.
To keep the affordability at least remotely close.
Exactly.
So we won't bore you with any additional details. Those were the 3 big things that we saw in the numbers. Prices have come down. Rates have a lot to do with activity, and inventory is going down. And simple laws of supply and demand mean the further that inventory goes, less supply, still with pretty good demand, especially if that demand picks up with rates lowering. We'll be back to price appreciation, and wouldn't be too surprised if we see bidding wars as well. If you enjoyed what you've listened to today, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this.